took a knee, that's a count. That's basically a legal knockdown.
And if they do?
Yeah, but the ref say no, but the judge can still count it as a knockdown.
Oh,
For battery.
Turn around.
Violence.
Put your hands behind your back.
You got handcuffs.
Gervonta Davis has found himself in more trouble after an investigation into his case with Steve Willis. The boxing world can't stay silent about it. After Lamont Roach's request to have the majority draw decision overturned was denied by the New York State Athletic Commission, the Washington fighter took things further. He asked the authorities to look into what happened in his corner and what was discussed with the referee. Following the investigation, recordings of conversations between Gervonta Davis and Steve Willis surfaced.
Think that when he took the knee. What you think when he took the knee?
I can't speak.
Can't speak on that?
Yes.
He did some bullshit though?
I can't speak.
No personal opinion, nothing?
Can't, especially you.
I don't know what happened with the referee. Maybe he was a little starstruck. Maybe he was a little, because he loves Tank. He loves New York. He loves the big lights. The referee with the eyes,
The conversation revealed some serious details. While the recording hasn't been made public, it led to Gervonta Davis facing a court case where he had to defend himself. Lamont Roach also pointed out another moment during the 9th round. Although he was shut down by the commission, it turns out they made a mistake. Now, thanks to the New York State Athletic Commission's wrong decisions, Gervonta Davis is facing serious trouble. Many boxing professionals haven't shown much sympathy for him. Instead, they've shared their thoughts, with some believing Davis will soon be out of trouble, while others aren't so sure.
Is that a DQ?
This is not basketball. This is not, this is not basketball where, wait, hold on, my ankle hurts. Hold on, let me take a timeout. You don't take timeouts in boxing. It just doesn't happen. Whether he had something in his eye or not, you have to fight. There's 3 minutes to fight. So if you take a knee, if you go to your corner, the rules are the rules. And I don't know what...
Shakur Stevenson, another fighter, has weighed in on Davis's court case and his recent social media meltdown. He said things went exactly how he expected. Stevenson added that even though Davis had poked fun at him for his victory over Josh Padley last week, he wouldn't troll him back. Stevenson said, "I'm not going to mock him like he would do to me, but I'm still ready to fight. Let's make it happen." However, due to his ongoing legal issues, Gervonta Davis might not be able to take on fighters like Shakur or Lamont Roach for some time. Davis has expressed interest in an immediate rematch with Roach, but his court case could delay any of those fights.
For an immediate rematch if they don't...
Yeah, I don't know. The reality is, can the state call for an immediate rematch? I don't believe they can, the commission. It's really up to the governing body. The commission can overturn a decision or rule on a decision, but can they order a rematch? That really has to come from the governing body.
Towel in his hand.
To me, I didn't think he was stopping the fight because I was so focused on the ref counting. I didn't think he was stopping the fight, but then again, when I look at him in the corner, I'm like, what is going on? I don't know. I don't know now. I just don't know what's going on. Besides the fact that I want this to be a knockdown because it should be.
And you asked him, right? Why you stopped counting?
Yeah, I asked him, literally. I said, why you stop counting?
Now, to Lamont's point, you will see it and you will hear it.
Shakur Stevenson also posted on X offering Lamont Roach a potential world title shot if a rematch with Davis doesn't happen. Stevenson said, "If Lamont can't get a rematch, I've got a big fight for him and a world title shot. He's my bro, but we can definitely make something happen."
I'm terrible. I am, but I'm ashamed of myself. I am so cynical, but this sport has made me cynical. I'm sorry. I don't see anyone's going to reprimand this referee. What are they going to do?
Danny Garcia's father has shared his thoughts on what some believe could be the downfall of Gervonta Davis's career. Davis has already seen his boxing record take a hit, his place in the pound-for-pound rankings slip, and now he's dealing with major legal issues. Speaking with Fight Hype after the fight, Garcia's father said, "Being an athlete comes with a lot of pressure. You have family, personal issues, and so much more on your plate. The world just falls on you." Gervonta Davis has been on top for a while now, and everyone has a bad night every now and then.
We need a national commission. That's the only thing I could think of, but we're not getting one right now. But the last thing I want to say to put a bow on this one, Bud, we talked about the controversial part, but I want to finish with the great part. That was high-level boxing.
Even six-time world champion Oscar De La Hoya has raised questions about the controversial incident. During a chat with Colin McGann on TV, De La Hoya pointed out a key moment in the 9th round when Gervonta Davis took a knee after being hit by Roach. De La Hoya believes that should have been ruled a knockdown, which would have cost Davis a point and likely handed the round to Roach.
Thing that goes with it. And the contrary to what a lot of people think, oh, that was just slugging, that was just fighting. No, that was high-level boxing. That was the sweet science at its best. At its best. I mean, a lot of people think sweet science with this separation, you know.
De La Hoya expressed his surprise that referee Steve Willis didn't penalize Davis for the knee. I was surprised because Steve Willis is a professional referee with a lot of experience. He's worked for Golden Boy Promotions, so I know him. But what shocked me more was Lamont Roach's performance. He put Davis in real trouble. Roach was on his game, and it was a great fight, said De La Hoya.
He was gone. He was gone. Where'd he go? Yeah, wow, that's sweet science. Yeah, but when you're inside in a dangerous place, in the
boxing promoter Eddie Hearn also shared his thoughts on Davis's legal troubles and the review of the controversial fight between Davis and Roach. Hearn doesn't agree with the New York Commission's decision not to overturn the fight, which ended in a majority draw. However, he does expect a rematch to happen. Hearn believes the fight would have been free of controversy if not for the incident in the 9th round, when Davis took a voluntary knee instead of taking a knockdown.
Scorched. That is high-level boxing. That is the sweetest of the sweet. Quite straight enough. Not quite timed enough. Not quite the right angle. Bang, it's all over. Oh, like my Italian friends would say. Mwah, mwah. Nick Baffy, God bless you, the thin man.
According to Dan Raphael from Fight Freaks Unite, Roach's lawyer is seeking to have the decision changed to a win for Roach, either by knockout, decision, or disqualification. Hearn acknowledged the controversy, but doesn't expect the New York State Athletic Commission to change the result. He also pointed out that the commission can't order a rematch. That's up to the governing body, the World Boxing Association, which oversees the lightweight title. Still, Hearn is confident a rematch will happen.
Should they have counted it as a knockdown?
He took a knee
In your
because
opinion?
something was wrong. That he thought it was wrong that he could do that. He probably thought he was still in the amateurs. You know, in the amateur, take a knee.
Yeah.
You know, it's things that you do sometimes. Go flashback when you was younger and you think you could still get away with it. That's what it was.
Yeah. I've heard that the rematch is already pretty much set to happen, Hearn said. It's pretty much a done deal. He also discussed the 9th round controversy, stating that Davis's decision to take a knee during the fight should have been ruled a knockdown. If you take a knee in the middle of a fight while punches are still being thrown, it has to be counted as a knockdown, Hearn explained.
Everyone's got an opinion now.
This is my opinion.
Sure.
It was a great fight. It was a close fight. Depending on what they do with that decision of taking the knee, depending if the commission reverses.
As the New York State Athletic Commission continues to review referee Steve Willis's handling of the incident, a Pro Box TV panel had a heated discussion. Dan Raphael of Fight Freaks Unite said, had Willis done his job properly, Lamont Roach would have won the fight and become the lightweight champion.
Can you just clear it up, Oscar? A knee being taken, is that a point deduction?
Yes, and that's the fact. A point should be deducted if you take a knee. It's a fact. It's in the rule book, right? The fact that they didn't take it away, then that's where the controversy is, right? It's not the, did Gervonta get hit? Was he dazed?
One thing that's kind of baffling is that it wasn't a knockdown. I mean, look, he wasn't hurt. There's no doubt about that. But if you take a knee in the fight and you touch down, whilst punches are being thrown, it has to be a knockdown. I've heard some people saying, oh, that, you know, he should be disqualified. He went back to the corner.
Regulators across the country have pointed out that New York Commission head Matthew Delalio is in a tough position trying to resolve this human error. After taking multiple punches from Roach, Davis took a knee, walked to his corner, and explained that he was seeking relief from a hair chemical in his eye. Some believe Delalio should deduct a point from Davis and make Roach the WICA lightweight champion, but others argue it wouldn't be fair to penalize Davis.
To be honest with you, I mean, I think that's a warning, but it's a bit of a bizarre situation. For me, like, there was a lot of people in boxing that were saying that this is a really tough fight. Like, Lamont Roach is a serious fighter. I said it might not be the biggest profile fight, but it's actually quite a tough fight. And Shakur said to me, like, even the day before, I'm telling you, he's going to have big trouble tomorrow night. And
the panel of experts, including retired referee Jack Rice and trainer Stephen Edwards, agreed that Davis's knee should have been counted as a knockdown. Gary Jonas, the founder of ProBox TV, who advises Roach, filed an official appeal with the New York Commission, asking them to rule Roach the winner based on the multiple missed opportunities for Willis to penalize Davis. Edwards made an important point, saying, "Mistakes happen, but it always seems to favor one side."
When we was talking in like the 12th round, I think the 12th or 11th, we was talking shit, right? But he like, you ain't gonna win. I said, why not? What you talking about? He like, they ain't gonna give it to.
Referee Jack Rice explained that referees have the discretion to decide how a fight should proceed. You can't just stop the fight on your own terms, he said. Raphael also reported that there was an opportunity to review the replay of the knockdown, but it didn't happen. Both Algieri and Maliniesi agreed that the only solution is to hold an immediate rematch. Teddy Atlas also shared his views on the referee's decisions. He suggested that the referee might have been influenced by the star power of Davis, allowing him to get away with actions that shouldn't have been allowed. Atlas criticized the lack of consistent, educated refereeing and said, "We need better trained refs who know how to make the right call and stick with it. A referee shouldn't let a fighter like Davis take a knee and not penalize him for it," Atlas continued. Davis brings in big crowds. He's a star and draws great pay-per-view numbers, but that shouldn't mean he gets a pass when it comes to the rules. Taking a knee during a fight and not calling it a knockdown is a problem. The sport needs better oversight. Teddy Atlas didn't hold back. If you take a knee, it's a knockdown. That's the rule, he emphasized. There are no exceptions. If it were a football game, you'd get penalized. There's no pit stop in boxing where you can take a knee and come back fresh. Davis should have been penalized. Atlas also pointed out that fighters like Terence Crawford understand the importance of sticking to the rules. It's not a free-for-all. You can't just take a break in the middle of a fight. Finally, Atlas said that Roach had every right to continue attacking when Davis took a knee. When a fighter turns away or walks away, the referee doesn't stop the fight. Roach had the right to go after him and could have landed a punch. If the referee had called it a 10-8 round, Roach would have won the fight and taken the title. Atlas wrapped up his comments by saying, "Davis has been a bully in the ring, but Roach stood up to him. It's like in school when the bully gets put in his place." As for Gervonta Davis's future, reports suggest he's facing hefty fines and possibly community service. The WBA lightweight title could be at risk, as Davis might need time off due to his legal troubles. For all the latest boxing updates, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment.